Good morning, friends. This is Yana from Israeli News Live, and I want to welcome you in on my channel after a few days off that I had. And I want to bring your attention to Australia. Please pray for people of Australia and for all the brothers and sisters there. They are already undergoing some very challenging situations, but it's nothing that won't come here. So I worry that the same situation is going to strike us. So we need to pray for one another and just heads up what they have to deal with. This is article in Humans Are Free. Australia authorities give themselves power to remove children from parents to ensure COVID compliance. Now, do you remember early on in pandemic, they were talking about this bill, HR 6666, that they will have authority to remove children. And then, of course, they got scared because they were exposed. People exposed them. Truthers all over YouTube exposed them. So the government employee had to come. I don't know who he exactly was. I don't remember. So I apologize. I'm not naming him, but he came and assured everyone that's not true. However, if you looked through this bill, it was very obvious, and it was written in a way that authorities can have powers to remove people from house, including children. So look what's happening in Australia. Authorities in Australia have given themselves the power to have police remove children from the custody of their parents in order to ensure compliance with coronavirus rules. Schedule 2 of the COVID-19 Emergency Response Act 2020 amends the Emergency Response Act 2004 to create new powers during declared emergencies. Section 25 of the Act states the following: removal of children. Without derogating from Section 25, an authorized officer may, for the purpose of ensuring compliance with any direction under that section, remove a child from any premises, place, vehicle, or vessel to a place of residence of the child or to a hospital or quarantine facility as the authorized officer thinks fit, and may, in doing so, use such force as is reasonably necessary. A child is defined as anyone under the age of 18. And here they give you example of that particular Response Act. So you can see it. I will leave you a link. Now, the article continues to say, as we have exhaustively documented, the state of Victoria's coronavirus lockdown is one of the most draconian in the developed world. Yesterday, authorities in Melbourne announced that they would be using surveillance drones to catch people who don't wear masks and to keep track of cars that travel further than 5 kilometers from home. Several videos have also emerged of police manhandling and choking women for not wearing masks. Can you imagine this? This is our worst nightmare. And this is happening in a Western country, developed Western country of Australia. Article continues to say, drivers are also being asked to show their papers at highway checkpoints simply to get to work. Does that remind you of Nazi Germany? Because it is obviously Nazi Germany on steroids, friends. Anyone caught outside without a mask or violating the 8 p.m., 5 a.m. curfew also risks a massive fine. Australia's crackdown is rivaled by neighboring New Zealand, which announced last week that suspected COVID infectees and their family members would be held inside quarantine camps against their will for at least 14 days. Anyway, this is getting really out of line, friends, and we have to be on the top of it, keep exposing it. That's the only hope of stopping these authorities, is to expose this darkness in massive numbers. So keep sharing this, friends. Now, they mentioned these drones, and there was, in fact, the article. It was on Friday, August 2020, in LifeSite News. And it says Australia to deploy drones to photograph unmasked faces. Drivers too, far from home. So imagine they're using high tech like drones. Very scary, right? Flying. Can you imagine them flying, taking pictures of you? So that reminds me on covering my windows now. Unless the tech is so high that they can see through the blinds, which I assume they actually can. So maybe we should put on our windows aluminum foil. I don't know. I'm going to try to research this, but this is getting really horrific, friends. Let's read a little bit here. Melbourne, Australia, August 21. Following communist China lead, Australian police are returning to drones to enforce coronavirus lockdown regulations and control the population. 7 News Melbourne reported Monday that the Victoria State Police are preparing to use drones to catch people who show their faces in public uncovered by masks, to capture the license plates of drivers who travel more than 5 kilometers, which is 3.1 miles, and to make sure that children's skateboarding parks and playgrounds are empty. I mean, friends, please leave your messages, your comments below of what you think of this situation and how we are going to fight against this. But I think the only way we can do it is with Holy Spirit in us. Please remember that we are given Holy Spirit. We have the power over authorities in dark places, over devils. And we have got to be exposing this attack on humanity. Now, that's not the only attack on humanity, okay? I wanted to share with you something important that one brother from Netherlands sent us, and I have sent the information over to Deborah Tavares, who did very deep research on 5G and smart meters. But they are using several methods. They want to employ several methods of depopulation of humanity. As I mentioned to you before, we are undergoing fourth industrial revolution. In Georgia, there are stones called guide stones, and on those stones are the laws for Illuminati, and they have clearly stated they want to depopulate this earth. So depopulation is on the agenda 2030. They want to use several methods, and I'm talking about weather weapons. They may blame this on natural disasters, on Mother Nature, as they say. But no, these are weather weapons they're employing, okay? High energy weapons, lasers, and weapons we have no idea about. And another form of depopulation is radiation by millimeter wave technology. So here, the brother sent me the 5G map, the employment of 5G throughout the world. I will leave you the link. And I even seen one here on North Pacific Ocean, like in the middle of ocean. Please look through this, where everywhere they're deploying 5G, okay? And here in United States, also, hold on, where is United States? Right here. See that? Okay, but he sent with it a document that I would like to read to you. It's called 5G Strategy and Agenda, Smart Meters. Do you remember Deborah Tavares had talked a lot about smart meters? She warned us. She was activist against this in the state of California. And she won some of the cases, believe or not, over there, but they still overpowered her. And she has a lot of videos on her website about smart meters that I truly recommend that you watch. Anyway, let's read through this. It says an average smart meter 4G is 7 gigahertz. Airport security scanning machine are 10 gigahertz. The following is the frog in the pot of boiling water scenario, where the frog is placed into a pot of water and the heat is gradually turned higher and higher, and the frog is paying no attention to the rising temperature until it is too late to jump out and the frog then dies. Now, of course, it's also in German, so let me skip that language because I don't speak it, friends. I don't speak German. Or maybe it's different. Maybe it's a Norwegian, special kind of German. I don't know. Day 1, October 28th. It says meter 10 gigahertz. People are not noticing that their smart meter has been slightly cranked up. Day 7, meter 20 gigahertz. Some people are now noticing change in frequency but do nothing. Day 10, meter 35 gigahertz. At this frequency, electrons on oxygen are spinning and people begin to feel symptoms of oxygen deprivation, shortness of breath, dizziness, tiredness, and difficulty in breathing, but are not leaving kill zone. In all probability, the media is telling them they have the coronavirus. Day 10 through 14. Meter 35 gigahertz. Extreme symptoms of oxygen deprivation. People are rushing to hospitals. By November 11th, the majority, 75% of people are dead. Day 15 through 18. Meters 50 gigahertz. By day 16, all life in the kill zone is dead. Inside kill zone, there are pockets of safe zones. Deep inside the safe zones, life is still surviving. People living on the fringes of the safe zone are now dead. People living deep inside the safe zones may not know it, but they are now trapped inside the kill zone. Day 19. Kill zone meters cranked up to 60 gigahertz. There are people still alive deep inside the safe zones, inside the kill zone. They believe they are still safe. The 60 gigahertz frequency surging through the kill zone smart meters causes mass explosions, and all the houses and buildings in the kill zone burst into flames and are reduced to ashes. People deep inside the safe zone are absolutely terrorized, planned agenda, out of their wits, and they witness the kill zone holocaust. Now it says it's fulfillment of Nostradamus' prophecy, and I don't know details about any of this. Let's keep moving. I'm not going to read through German, sorry. Now day 20 through 21, the cell towers agenda for how people in a safe zones die. Cell towers, day 1 through 9. Cell towers in a kill zone, 10 gigahertz. People are experiencing effects, for example, ringing in ears, headaches, and other signs of the 4G. Some may complain, but the majority of people will go on with their daily lives. Cell towers in a safe zones, 4G, 7 gigahertz. That's German. Now, day 10, cell towers in a kill zone, 35 gigahertz. At 35 gigahertz, electrons on oxygen are spinning and people begin to feel symptoms of oxygen deprivation, shortness of breath, dizziness, tiredness, and difficulty in breathing, but are not leaving kill zone. In all probability, the media is telling them they have the coronavirus. Cell towers in the safe zones, 4G, 7 gigahertz. Oh no, that's for the German. I'm sorry. I should have highlighted it. Day 10 through 14. Cell towers in kill zone are 35 gigahertz. Extreme symptoms of oxygen deprivation. People are rushing to hospitals. By November 11th, 75% of people are dead. Cell towers in a safe zones, 4G, 7 gigahertz. Okay, day 15 through 17. Day 15, cell towers in a kill zone, 50 gigahertz. By day 16, all life in the kill zone is dead inside. Kill zones, there are pockets of safe zones. Deep inside the safe zones, people are still alive. People living on the fringes of the safe zone are dead. People who are alive deep inside the safe zones do not know they are now trapped inside the safe zone. Cell towers in the safe zone still 4G. Day 18 through 21. Day 18, kill zone towers cranked up to 60 gigahertz. Absolutely nothing will be able to survive in a kill zone now. People are still alive deep inside the safe zones. They believe they are safe. However, they begin to experience oxygen deprivation from the effect of the kill zone towers, 60 gigahertz frequency. Day 19, the same day, safe zone people witness kill zone holocaust. Safe zone towers are cranked up to 35 gigahertz, terrorized and traumatized. Safe zone people are feeling the full effect of oxygen deprivation. People panic as they realize they are trapped in a kill zone. Some try to escape out of the kill zone only to be cooked alive by the kill zone towers. 60 gigahertz frequency, and even more horrible and painful deaths than if they had stayed. Day 20, painfully suffering from severe oxygen deprivation. The few remaining safe zone people are filled with anxiety and despair as they realize they are dying and will share the same fate as those who were incinerated in a kill zone on day 19. Day 21, all life in the entire kill zone is dead. The safe zone meters are cranked up to 60 gigahertz. All houses and buildings in the safe zone immediately explode, ignite and burn, and are reduced to ashes. Please keep in mind that this is a hypothetical scenario. Describe what would happen if they cranked up the gigahertz on smart meters and a 5G cell towers, which those things are clearly weapons, and they can use those weapons as means of control. Meaning if certain area is not behaving, they can control that population. So we as humanity are in trouble, and we are in a need of Jesus Christ, all of us. So the Holy Spirit within us empowers us, and we can rebuke this evil that is happening. So please fight this with me. Spread this far and wide. Also, I want to bring your attention that I am noticing a lot of people are really getting angry, and they are employing in false gossip, hurting each other, not realizing we are all in this together. We have a common enemy. And instead of a common to attack and expose the actual enemy of humans, they're attacking each other. So Steve and I have been victims of such attacks lately. So I just would like to encourage you, brothers and sisters, to stay away from false gossipers.